Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today, we're going to talk about messaging. Because sometimes people will do things against their own interests simply because it wasn't presented to them in the right way. It didn't reach them on a level that resonated. So we're going to talk about messaging. We're also going to give a gift to the Democratic Party. Because something happened over the last few months, and even though it is normally something Republicans would be all over, they failed. They failed. The Democrats have the opportunity to become the party of national security, even though that's something you would typically expect from Republicans. Everybody saw this country grind to a screeching halt from the recent public health issue. And by everybody, I mean everybody all over the world. Due to foreign policy shifts, the expected opposition in the future is going to be near-peer nations, near-peer, very powerful countries. These are countries that might be able to use that newly exposed weakness, because they watched as this country stopped working. They watched our readiness become degraded. So, what do we need? We have to up our medical infrastructure, right? We have to make it more resilient. We have to make it to where it can handle a shock. So, we need more. More of everything. More docs, nurses, techs, supplies, beds, everything. How do we get it? We can't just hire them and not have them do anything. It's not going to work. It won't be effective. Even if we did that, they wouldn't be ready because they wouldn't have the workload. So what we have to do is we have to increase usage of our medical infrastructure. We have to get more people to go to the hospital, to go to the doc. That way, well, the increased volume will require more infrastructure, it will require more beds, it will require more supplies on hand. That way, if something happens, they're there. Because just like now, if something happens, we'll all stay home. Everybody will stay home except for those who need it. This is how we can increase the national security of this country. So, we have to increase usage. Easier said than done. Well, I mean, I guess the easiest way to do it would just be to give everybody access to health care. Call it the Military Medical Preparedness Act. Because with everybody having access, it's more volume. All that other stuff we just talked about happens by default. It's real simple. I know people are going to want to know, like, the particulars. There's already a bill out there. It goes by the nickname M4A. That would work. We just retitle it, and that would work. Medicare for all. I know that some of y'all were laughing because y'all knew where this was going. And yeah, I mean, it is funny in a way. But it's also true. Our medical infrastructure being in the state that it is in is a national security issue. If we are actually going to start facing near-peer nations, it is something we have to consider. The easiest way to secure this nation from this kind of issue is to up our medical infrastructure. The easiest way to do that is to increase usage. The easiest way to do that is Medicare for all. Just retitle it. When you do that, you're going to have a lot less Republicans speaking out against a national security issue. You're going to have a lot of people who are opposed to handouts suddenly in favor of it because it helps us militarily. It helps us on a national security level. It's just messaging. The exact same bill retitled. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.